So much of the path of success for a soulpreneur is simply to take enough of the right action. And that's what I don't see a lot of people doing who, study with me, work with me. It's easy to study. It's easy to take courses. And people like me have an incentive to sell you courses and to get you into studying, right? And really, a lot of our life, most of us have grown up with formal education. And so we're used to other people handing us the curriculum for how to understand things and how to do things. And so it's easy for we've been trained to say, let me just follow someone else's path step by step, and I will reach a good grade, success. But you'll obviously have noticed that as a soulpreneur, success is not linear. There's no simple playbook that works for everybody, or at least it doesn't inspire everyone to take the right steps that actually get the results. So um, the first thing really to become a master at is taking consistent action. It's like you have to get the vehicle moving before you can actually change the direction and go somewhere else. If you're just pretty much at a standstill, you can move the wheel left and right, but you're still at a standstill. So really the first major habit is to get into action. And then after you get into action, you can then talk to, coaches and mentors like me and colleagues to, shift your direction so you can try different things. But I find that a lot of soulpreneurs are simply lacking the habit of action. And so in this short video, I'm just going to offer some thoughts and strategies that might help you, inspire you to be more in that habit of consistent action. So the first thing I find a lot of us stop from taking action, like for example, we plan to do something on our calendar, and when the time comes to do it, we don't do it. I mean, we might show up for, obviously we always show up for our calls, right? But then you show up for your calls with other people, but when you're by yourself and it's time to do the thing that you said you would do or you should do supposedly, you don't do it. So that's simply called procrastination. And procrastination has various roots. One of the roots that I think is true for a lot of us is anxiety. Anxiety because of the fear of failure, or because of perfectionism, or because of lack of clarity for what we're supposed to be doing exactly. And so the first thing to do, and I invite you to comment below, chat below if you like, is how do you calm your anxiety in a short time? Because when you plan to do something and you show up and you feel anxious and therefore don't do it, it's not practical to say, all right, I'm going to go for a 4-hour walk in the forest. I mean, some of you may have the luxury of doing so, but a lot of us, myself included, don't. So how do you calm your anxiety in just a few minutes so that you can actually get going with doing what you said you would do? So, any thoughts? Feel free to pause this video if you can and comment below, because many of us here are quite skilled in helping other people with, self-regulation. But what about for yourself? What works for you to do in a few minutes to calm your anxiety so that you can then take the action that you promised yourself you would do, that you planned to do? For me, it's the energy reboot. You probably have heard me talk about this. If you've watched my videos, I talk about this as often as I can. If you don't know what my energy reboot is, thankfully you can just go to Google and type in energy reboot and my article comes up. And please read the article, and feel free to let me know in the comments below if it's helpful or not. But that's what helps me a lot, the energy reboot. And then that calms me enough to then take the action that I planned to do. Another thing that helps me a lot is to clarify more doable steps for whatever it is that I've planned to do. A lot of times we sort of subconsciously avoid whatever it is we planned because we're not really clear on exactly what to do and how to do it. And so, yes, you could go, well, I need to go take a course on this or course on that. That may be true, but honestly, a lot of times you actually already know what to do, and you just need to sit down and write down more clear and doable steps. So for example, I have a lot of anxiety with writing. In the past, I've done a lot to calm my anxiety, but in the past, I literally had to write down, okay, open a Google document. I had to write down the steps. Otherwise, I'm like, when I see write a blog post, I just freeze up and I want to run. So I had to literally write down on a piece of paper or on a Post-it note or on a Google Keep note. I write down, open Google document, write one messy sentence for something that might be helpful to a client. And then, I don't know what my next step would be, but it'd be like, write another messy sentence. Go ahead and write another messy sentence. And then reorder these three sentences so that one of them makes sense to come first. And then fill out more of the sentence, right? Things like that. I had to literally write down very specific steps because I was frozen with anxiety about taking that action. So if you're not sure what the doable steps are, I want to give you a tool. And actually, this is the first time I'm publicly introducing this tool. So let me know if you find it useful. I have a new, so the tool is basically to chat with me. But of course, I don't have time to chat with everybody. Even my own clients, I say, hey, listen, I don't like to respond via email or via chat, so let's schedule a one-on-one call time. But most of you probably can't afford my one-on-one call time, so I have a better and much cheaper option for you. My AI. I've just trained a new AI. As of this recording, I just trained it, a week ago. And I invite you to go try it out. You can chat with it for free for, I don't know how many messages, like 10, 20 messages. And then you could pay $10 a month for chatting way longer. So it's a very good deal, if I may say so myself. And it's trained on all of my public content, blog posts, books, videos. So go and try it out. You can ask it, hey, I'm feeling anxious about this particular project. Can you help me break it down into very doable steps and see what to do? Okay, I didn't tell you where to find it. It's georgekao.com/AI. That's my new AI, georgekao.com/AI. Go and try it out. You can even talk with it by voice. And the voice right now is not super high quality because I'm paying for the cheap version. I don't want to pay the almost $200 a month for the fancy version of it. So, but if it gets a lot of use and people end up subscribing to it, I'll pay for the fancy version. But right now, the text is very good. The voice chat is okay. It's pretty good. So go ahead and try it out and let me know what you think. And the last thing the last technique I'll say before I end this video, it's going a little longer than I expected, is FocusMate. And you may have heard me talk about this. This is something that I use all the time. And literally right now, as I'm recording this video, I'm on a FocusMate session. I told my FocusMate buddy that I'd be recording a video because recording videos, you might be surprised, is also not my favorite thing to do. It doesn't come naturally to me. When I'm on a call, that's very natural. I record my calls. But recording by myself, even on a live video, is not natural for me. So I have some accountability to tell them, hey, I'm recording a video right now. So FocusMate is huge for me. I use it throughout the day, and it's really, really helpful. I have a FocusMate group, which means you might get paired up with me and others in my group more often. So check out my FocusMate group. I'll put it below this video. It's basically focusmate.com. What is the link? focusmate.com/signup/GeorgeCal community. All, one link. focusmate.com/signup/GeorgeCal community. I don't get any money for it when you sign up for my group. You just happen to get paired up with people like me and others in my group more often. Anyway, I hope this is helpful. It's a couple of strategies for you. I hope you'll try one or all of them out and let me know if it's helpful. Thanks. Blessings to your day.